kill that motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know the fuck you niggas playing with. I don't play no motherfucker.
Floyd Mayweather just fired back at Jake Paul over his shocking comment about Mike Tyson's late daughter. Looks like things just got way more heated.
Get Al Heyman. Absolutely. I don't need Al Heyman.
Let me call Al Heyman.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss.
One night. Got your hat. Got your hat.
If there's one comment Jake Paul would probably want to take back, it's the one where he talked about burying Mike Tyson next to his late daughter, Exodus Tyson. Maybe he blurted it out in a careless moment of emotional detachment, but let's be real. Nobody cared about the reason behind it. The world instantly turned on him, and now Floyd Mayweather has jumped into the mix, being the latest to slam Jake for crossing the line.
What happened since your loss? Yo, we gonna bust him up, guys?
I told you before, put that
Yo, let's bust him up. Where you running, Jake? Where you going since your fight? Since you lost, what's up?
Looks like Jake's dug himself into a deeper hole than he imagined. The road leading up to the fight has been nothing short of chaotic. From the intense sparring sessions to the fiery back and forths between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul controversy seems to have followed this matchup at every turn. Now, it's definitely not about age. Tyson's in his late 50s, and Jake Paul's much younger. The advantage was always about the fight's build-up. The circumstances heavily leaned in Tyson's favor from the start, and everyone knew it. Since the announcement, this match completely overshadowed every other bout, becoming the biggest boxing headline for weeks. Fans and experts alike couldn't help but point out the unequal playing field, and it's hard to ignore how much that benefits Tyson. Heading into the fight, Mike Tyson's legendary status has put him on a pedestal, making him seem untouchable, while Jake Paul has been labeled the villain from the start. But Jake isn't backing down. He's strutting around like he's got fans from every planet. He's been the loudest and most insulting in the build-up, and his latest jab at Tyson has stirred up a wave of backlash. Trust me, this is just the beginning. Floyd didn't miss the chance to fire some shots of his own during an interview. He called it out for what it was. "I see no reason why anyone would find joy in causing chaos. It makes no sense. It seems childish, and Jake is effortlessly childish." That's the most stupid statement I ever heard in a build-up. I thought he wanted to break boxing records, but I doubt he would go beyond this. Floyd's words hit like a hammer, pointing out that instead of building a legacy, Jake is busy tearing down his own reputation. Floyd Mayweather didn't hold back when he continued his rant. "I doubt if we can go on with this guy. He's come to our sport and he's ruining it all for us. Boxing is becoming a YouTube and Netflix show. I really don't want us to move forward with him. He's no father. If he was, he would know what the pains of a daughter mean. I think the authorities should penalize him. I've always said this, there are limits in face-offs too, not even when the opponent is someone of Tyson's class." And then, just when you thought it couldn't get any harsher, Mayweather took aim at the Paul family, saying, "Your family has a thing. Dad Logan and you, there's so much dysfunctionality in that family. And please don't try having a child, especially a female, if you've not solved it." The way Mayweather repeatedly emphasized the care for a female child had people raising eyebrows. It felt personal, especially when he made the claim that Jake Paul would never understand what it feels like for a father to see his daughter in pain. Something seemed off, as if Floyd was speaking from a deeper place. Let's rewind to 2020 when things got tense in the Mayweather family. Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Ayanna, landed in serious trouble after a stabbing incident that grabbed headlines. At just 23, Ayanna admitted in a Houston court that she had accidentally harmed another woman with a knife. The drama unfolded in the kitchen, where Ayanna stabbed LaPatra Jacobs twice, sending her to the hospital, while Ayanna was arrested. Jacobs didn't stop there. She sued Ayanna for physical and emotional pain, medical costs, and disfigurement, asking for an unspecified amount in damages. To make matters worse, the fight involved NBA youngboy, who has kids with both Ayanna and Jacobs. The details behind the stabbing were unclear, but it was clear things had spiraled out of control. and Ayanna was arrested in April 2020. Ayanna Mayweather's attorney quickly fired back, saying that he wasn't liable for any damages. Ayanna, who was just 19 when it all went down, was taken to jail in Harris County but didn't stay long. She posted a hefty $330,000 bond and walked free the same day. Though Ayanna pleaded guilty to the second-degree felony, which could have landed her up to 20 years behind bars, she struck a deal with prosecutors. Instead of prison time, she got 6 years of deferred adjudication. And if she keeps her nose clean, her adjudication could be wiped away after just 2 years. Mayweather's attorney laid it all out, saying, "A deal was reached in which her conviction will be vacated after she completes her probation. Her probation could also be ended early for good behavior." Yep, 6 years on deferred adjudication, and after that, no felony conviction, 2 years of good behavior, and she could be off the hook even sooner. The attorney added, "We resolved the case between Ayanna and the state. Although we believe Ayanna was defending herself after being attacked, this was the safest resolution for her, especially since her boyfriend and his bodyguards refused to testify, probably due to their own legal problems." Basically, if Ayanna behaves, she's golden. At the 2-year mark, she can apply for early termination of that agreement, he said, ensuring no felony hangs over her head. As for Jacob's civil suit, Mayweather's lawyer Kenta Schaffer didn't seem fazed at all, confidently stating Mayweather had no meaningful assets, so any judgment against her would be uncollectible. He didn't stop there either. Schaffer threw NBA Youngboy under the bus, saying NBA Youngboy was more at fault than Mayweather despite his formal denial. He was hiding Miss Jacobs upstairs, and when she saw Ayanna, she attacked her. Ayanna defended herself. According to Schaffer, NBA Youngboy and his bodyguards just stood by and watched the chaos unfold, laughing as it all happened. No help, no intervention, just a front-row seat to the mess. As part of the deal, Ayanna now has to steer clear of Jacobs. You can bet that Floyd Mayweather went through a roller coaster of emotions during that chaotic time. Thankfully, no one lost their life in the mess, but you can see how this experience made him better understand what Mike Tyson went through after losing his daughter. Mayweather isn't just fixated on the father-daughter relationship. He's also shining a spotlight on how face-offs should go down. Boxing is different from other sports where players don't even get in each other's faces. Like this, face-offs are like the spicy sauce on a bland dish. Still, Mayweather is calling for the boxing authorities to step up and put some rules in place. He knows fighters can get so wrapped up in trash talk that they lose sight of everything else. The crazy thing is, once the fight is over, many boxers are all about showing respect and admiration for each other. You hardly see that during face-offs. Mayweather's ideas are definitely up for debate. On one hand, setting boundaries could take away some of the spontaneous fun of face-offs. I mean, who doesn't love the thrill of watching two fighters exchange heated words just before they step into the ring? But on the flip side, having some rules in place could make boxing a lot more organized and safer for everyone involved. You can bet that Mayweather has been keeping a close eye on the scene, especially after seeing some dangerous trends popping up. After all, he's been in the ring for 50 fights and has faced countless build-ups and face-offs. With that kind of experience, his opinion carries a lot of weight. Maybe his suggestions could be the game changer that boxing needs right now.
You little short-ass bitch! You ain't got shit on me! You little short-ass, weak-ass bitch! A true strong dude.
Mayweather's last face-off with Conor McGregor was a wild ride, showcasing exactly why Floyd is calling for more boundaries in boxing. The UFC lightweight champion danced to the music while waiting for Mayweather to make his grand entrance at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. It was just the start of a 4-day international press tour that promised more drama than their actual pay-per-view fight in Vegas. McGregor stepped up to the podium and declared, "Baby, we did it." He wasted no time, launching straight into his bold prediction. "I'm going to knock him out inside of 4 rounds. Mark my words." With all the confidence in the world, he added, he will be unconscious inside of 4 rounds. The movement, the power, the ferociousness. He has not experienced this. At 28 years old, McGregor had already fought 24 bouts, winning 21, with 18 of those victories coming by knockout. True to form, he was hilarious and cocky, throwing verbal punches at the 40-year-old Mayweather as they faced off for the cameras. With an incredible record of 49 wins and 0 losses, 26 of which were knockouts, Floyd was not about to let a rookie outshine him, especially not in a boxing ring, where he had the upper hand. While McGregor thrived in the octagon using his natural counterpunching skills to entertain the press conference, setup was much different. It was more structured, like a boxing match itself, and that put McGregor at a disadvantage. He noted, "I couldn't hear anything, This boxing press conference is a completely different setup than we're used to." It's funny here, all of these rules. You could feel the tension as both fighters exchanged words after the TV executives and sponsors hyped up the fight. Conor McGregor took the stage for an impromptu opening statement, clearly unprepared, but ready to entertain. However, when it was Mayweather's turn, McGregor's microphone was muted, leaving him unable to respond with his trademark insults. Speaking of charisma, McGregor was confident, dressed to the nines in a fancy suit that screamed, "I'm ready for the biggest moment of my life." On the other hand, Mayweather rocked a laid-back hat and sweatshirt, giving off the vibe of someone who'd done this a million times before. The banter between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather was electric. Full of quick comebacks and sharp one-liners, it all kicked off when McGregor took a jab at Mayweather's outfit, saying, "He's in a F-King tracksuit. He can't even afford a suit anymore. He is F, there's no other way about it." Then came the question about the number 21. Mayweather responded with confidence, "I still got it. 21 is the number." And they say, "Why is 21 the number?" That's how long. I've been kicking ass. I don't give a F. If it's a ring, I don't give a F. If it's an octagon, put me in the ring and I'll kick ass. The tension skyrocketed as Mayweather fired back. "Y'all already know. I ain't bitching, man. You line them up, and I'll knock them down like bowling pins. On August 26th, I'll knock out this bitch too." He added, "You haven't knocked anyone out in about 20 years. Answer me. Boy, dance for me, son. Dance for me." As they shifted to individual questions from the interviewer, McGregor shared his thoughts on boxing rules. He didn't hold back, stating, "He has fought people who have shied away from him. I don't fear him. I don't fear this limited set of fighting. This is a limited set of rules that makes this a half a fight, a quarter of a fight. If this was a real fight, it wouldn't even take one round. No problem. Give him the gloves up, I'll wear 10 Oz. No Mexican gloves, no problem. No gloves made out of horsehair. I don't give a F. I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm just enjoying it." It's funny here. All of these rules grabbing the little chance he had to brag, Mayweather wasn't about to let that slide, holding up an uncashed handwritten check. He said, "I still got $100 million and they can't even touch this shit." McGregor quickly retorted, "Give that to the tax man." Mayweather replied sharply, "You're right. I'm the IRS and I'm gonna tax your ass." McGregor smirked, "You're not gonna do shit." Then Mayweather dropped a bombshell saying, Yeah, we knew I was the aside. That's why we said Mayweather first. He knew I was the aside. That's why this bitch had to come to the boxing ring. They say he looks good for a 7-figure fighter. He looks good for an 8-figure fighter. But MF, I'm a 9-figure fighter. You all know what this bitch made $3 million in his last fight. We all know that's training camp money for me." And when the topic turned to McGregor's submission loss in 2016, Mayweather seized the moment to dig deeper. "We know Mr. Tapout likes to quit, and you will wave that white flag, because you could choose which way you want to go. And I'm guaranteeing this. You can go out on your face or go out on your back. Which way do you want to go?" That's right, sit quiet, you little bitch. God don't make mistakes, and God only made one thing perfect. And that's my boxing record. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor have both highlighted how boxing face-offs are organized differently from those in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Despite these improvements, Mayweather believes the sport can do better and insists there's still room for growth. Oscar De La Hoya, a legendary figure in boxing, didn't hold back when discussing this issue.
Distracting. I'm an old 33-year-old boxer, but I still want to fight the best. I still want to.
De La Hoya questioned the reasoning behind the Tyson-Paul fight, stating that many decisions in boxing today revolve solely around making money. In a muted video clip, he passionately shared his thoughts. "I really don't know where this sport is getting to. But this isn't the boxing that was fought in the 80s, 90s, and even in the early 2000s. What we have now is a business market solely for financial rewards. De La Hoya went on to paint a vivid picture of how boxing has changed over the years. Boxing was a sport. It was entertainment. Boxing was the main deal, and money was just by the way. It was a reward for partaking in the sport. But these days, money is the main deal, and boxing is just by the way. Boxing has become the reward for good financial efforts. We can do better, really. Chael Sonnen, another well-known figure in combat sports, didn't hold back either. He criticized the current state of affairs, saying, "It's only in America that sports are controlled by the government, and if not for financial benefits, why should the matchup between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson hold many?" As more voices join the conversation, questions are piling up and controversies are rising. Fans and fighters alike are eager for answers. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing. It's a thrilling ride, and you won't want to miss it.